My name's Kevin, and I grew up in Everett, but I moved to Woburn, so it's kind of hard to question, but I live most years in Everett, so I consider myself more of an Everett person, but, if you go to Woburn, they know who I am, you know what I mean?
My name's Eva, and I grew up in Marshfield, but I just moved to Boston.
Right, so I started really young, like probably a little too young. I started when I was 5, and I think I just like the idea of the guitar, like aesthetically. You watch like Disney Channel, you see like a weird white guy playing a little guitar, and it's like, oh man, I want to be that guy. You know what I mean? It's like, so as a young kid, I really liked the idea, and as I grew up, started to appreciate what guitar is, what music is. And it low-key helped me reconnect with my family in Brazil, because my grandpa and his whole side of the family is musical. So just like, aesthetics reasons first, and then like, okay, maybe I want to do something like my grandpops did.
Similar to Kevin, I got started because I really liked the aesthetic of it, and I just remember, I think when I was around 13, I walked into I take lessons with my guitar teacher in his garage, and I walk into his garage, and there's just I forget what standard it was. I think it was it might have been, I think it was Road Song.
Road Song?
Yes, I think it was Road Song, and it was just from the real book, and it was on his music stand, and he had me learn it, and I just I really, really fell in love with all of these different chords and all of the tensions, and since then I've just always wanted to learn more and just have a lot of fun with it, and it's just led me to meet some really, really great people.
Well, I think firstly, just the community we have here. I think showing up and seeing everybody so in love with music, it's just a whole different experience. You know what I mean? When you're playing by yourself, like it seems like this small little world. You're like, like whatever. Like sometimes you get lazy, but then you show up and there's like Eva, and she's like shredding it, and like she's really loving it. Or it's like you see like Sue, or you see like Brian, and they're like really into it, and it's like it's inspiring. Honestly, it makes you want to be there. You know what I mean? And also just like, you watch a movie, you hear a really nice song, you're like, wow, like I want to be able to create on that level. Yeah.
I find my inspiration, I think, within the tenacity of others. Definitely, for sure. Just like what Kevin was saying, it's just, when you come here, I think everyone's lives here have been drastically impacted by music, and it's just, they have such a desire to learn and just such a passion for playing, and not only do you learn to appreciate them as people, but I think their work ethic, and you realize that those are the kind of people that you want to be surrounded by, and that's the kind of attitude that you want to have. And they're just so optimistic to learn. They're just like a sponge for everything. And even now, the appreciation grows when I'm listening to new stuff every single day, and I'm just like, wow, like, I really wish I could have thought of that. And it just now makes me really, really passionate to start thinking of stuff like that.
Oh, man. This is a really hard question. I mean, when I was younger, the Scooby-Doo song was crazy. There's this joint called like Sonic Underground. I don't know. We don't have to get into that. But I think as I grew older, like something that's inspiring me now is I've been really getting into like I forgot who's that guy. The guy who does the Ghibli films. Like his soundtracks are amazing.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
they have emotion on like a whole other level. I mean, Thundercat, just as an artist, like I love what he does. I love the tones that he gets. And I don't really play bass, evidently, but I definitely I listen to what he does, and I'm like, like I want to be like that. I want to do that.
I think the song that really made me fall in love with music. I think I had always really liked music, but I think when I listened to Let Down by Radiohead, that was just like a big turning point where I was just like, wow, like, because the song, it just builds up so well, and there's just so much emotion to it, and that definitely was what made me love everything about music.
Yeah, I think, so I've always been into arts, like visual arts, whatever, creative writing, like it's just, to create is such a pleasure, and you know, not a lot of people get the opportunity for that, and I'm really grateful for that, and it's, again, it's what I live for, I create, but there's just something about music that's like different. Like there are emotions that you can get from music that I have not found anywhere else. Like the fact that something so intangible such as sound is like what makes you feel this way. Like I can look at a painting and be like, oh, this is an amazing painting, but nothing can get me to cry like White Ferrari.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I listen to that joint, I'm done. You know what I mean? Like I can't get that from a painting. And just to be able to, yeah, that level of communication of emotion, like I can listen to this guy who died 60 years ago and still feel exactly what he was feeling. You don't get that anywhere else.